Yo, what's up guys? So I'm back with another commentary. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, but I want to talk about something a little bit that hits home today. It's nothing really too sad, but it's just something that I've dealt with a lot as a gamer myself, and I'm a really competitive gamer, as most of you know that follow the channel for a while. I'm sure a lot of you are as well, and you know, when we play our games, especially multiplayer based games, we like to be very competitive. We like to win, and we like to do really well. We don't want to perform poorly, and I wanted to talk about how your attitude can depict on how fun you can have in a video game. Now, the gameplay in the background, I actually didn't do that good in pretty much every single one of the games. The whole purpose behind this video is to just explain to you guys how your behavior in a video game can really make or break your enjoyment of it. I've been a very volatile player before, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I mean, I'm ashamed that I've been a volatile player before, but I believe that everybody goes through their little hissy fit every now and again, especially, like I said, when you're a really competitive player like myself. So what inspired me to do this video? Well, I've been going through a lot of just temper tantrums with video games the past few months. Well, a little while back ago, and just recently I started trying to change my attitude and really made an adamant decision to actually just try to enjoy games, because here's the thing, you're playing a game to have fun, and it's pointless to play it if it's upsetting you. The way I look at it is, sometimes you just want to get on a game and just chill the hell out, and that's what they're made for, and that's what they're designed for initially. The multiplayer games just so happen to bring a lot of rage behind them because they are multiplayer games. There's so many frustrating factors that contribute into the rage of multiplayer games, and I couldn't even count them all because there's so many, and a lot of you would agree that a lot of them are out of our control, and we just have to accept that. That is one of the first steps you have to take into enjoying your game, to getting the start of enjoying it. You have to understand that there's a lot of shit that's out of your control that you're just going to have to accept that it's going to be part of the game. If you don't like it, then just don't play the game. That being said, it is definitely easier said than done. If there's a game that I like a lot, but there's a bunch of annoying factors about it, like Call of Duty, for example. I love the series to death, but right now, it's been through a lot of a struggle with just how they develop a lot of the aspects and features in the game. A lot of people don't like this futuristic stuff. I'm one of those people, I do like some of the aspects of futuristic Call of Duties, but there's a lot that I don't like. You guys can obviously guess which aspects people don't like in these futuristic Call of Duties. For the most part, they just get too hectic, at least nowadays it seems like, and I feel like that's just ruined the spark that Call of Duty had. Call of Duty used to be a simplistic, boots-on-the-ground shooter. Nothing really more than that. But they had to change the formula because it had to appeal to other audiences, and that's just how it goes. Knowing that, you have to understand that there's some things you cannot change. There's some things you got to accept. And another thing that you got to go into when you're actually wanting to enjoy your game that you're playing, if you're getting frustrated to the point where you want to break things, or you feel like you're wanting to break things, you've gotten too far in the upset level. You've just been way too upset. The game is clearly not working out for you at that current time. So maybe you should just put it down for maybe a day or two, or even longer, depending on how frequently you play games. I'd say start small, maybe put it down for a day. You know, see how that goes. See if you desire to come back to it. If you can go longer, great. Try to go for a week without playing the game. Or any games for that matter. It really just depends, or maybe even switch up your genre of game that you're playing. That could also help too. I've been playing a lot of competitive shooters, so I decided to actually play Grand Theft Auto for my friends, which I'm editing a very funny funtage, which I think you guys would really enjoy. I know there's been a lot of those GTA funtages, and a lot of people seem to enjoy them, and I think that it's got a lot of laughs in between that you guys would really enjoy from this channel. And I know it's a COD channel, but maybe some of you would like the video, so I will be uploading that at some point, maybe in the next few days. Make sure everybody gets to see it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. I think it's pretty funny. But I try to play other games, and that's helped out a lot too. Now obviously I'm not perfect. I'm going to always still get irritated whenever I'm a competitive player. It just is part of my nature, but I've done a lot, and I think I've changed a lot just in the past few months as a player myself. It's so easy to get in a negative mindset. You know, I'm not usually a positive person. I'm pretty chill, if you know me in the real world, and when I play games I'm just super competitive, and that brings out the worst in people, I feel like. So sometimes you just have to put the games down, and that pretty much leads to my third step. Once you've done all that, it has a high chance at working. I feel like that brings the desire to play games back. And it's always worked for me in the past, and I'm continuing to make an adamant decision to make that actually effective. But what do you guys think? What are some of the other strategies that you use to actually enjoy games whenever you're going through a dry spell? Sometimes you just have to put them down, but that's one of the things that I've done, and it's usually worked. It's made me want to come back and play the games that I loved so much. And maybe you can even try to play some of the games that you used to like playing, like single-player games. Those always help too. You don't always have to play multiplayer games. Back then, games were always designed for single-player, and they weren't ever designed for split screen or another player to play them, so maybe that'll work for you as well. But let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate if you could maybe share it with some of your friends that you think would also benefit from trying not to dislike games as much and get their love for their games back. But you guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.